For 5 years, Marvel has been sitting on the single most delicate casting question in Hollywood. A question with no good answer. A question where every option risked breaking the hearts of millions of fans. And this week, at San Diego Comic-Con, in front of a screaming Hall H crowd, director Ryan Coogler finally answered it. Black Panther the Third is happening, and the new T'Challa has a face. His name is David Jonsson, and today I'm going to tell you who he is, why this announcement was handled the way it was, and why, after sitting with it for a few days, I think this might be the smartest piece of casting Marvel has done in years. But to understand why this moment matters so much, we have to go back. Because this isn't a normal recasting story, there has never been a casting situation quite like this one. In August 2020, Chadwick Boseman died of cancer at 43 years old, and the grief around that was different from a normal celebrity loss, because almost nobody knew he was sick. He had filmed some of the biggest movies in the world while privately going through treatment, and he told almost no one. When the news broke, it didn't feel like losing an actor. For a lot of people, especially a lot of Black fans who had waited generations to see a hero like T'Challa on that scale, it felt like losing the character himself, which left Marvel with an impossible choice. Recast T'Challa with a new actor, and it risks looking like you're replacing a man who cannot be replaced. Retire the character forever, and you're ending something that meant too much to too many people to simply stop. What Coogler did in Wakanda Forever, back in 2022, was thread that needle in the only way that could work. The film let T'Challa die because Chadwick had died. It grieved him openly, on screen. And then, in the final minutes, it quietly planted a seed. We learned that T'Challa had a son, a little boy, living in Haiti, away from the throne, Prince T'Challa II. That ending was a promise. It said, the man is gone and will not be replaced, but the name will live on, through a child, through a next generation, through inheritance, rather than substitution. And ever since, the entire question hanging over this franchise has been, who grows up to carry that name? Now we know. At Comic-Con, Coogler announced that David Jonsson will play Prince T'Challa II in Black Panther 3. So, who is David Jonsson? Because if the name doesn't ring a bell yet, I promise you it will. He's a British actor, born in East London, and he has quietly put together one of the most impressive early runs of any actor of his generation. He broke through on the HBO series industry, where he played Gus, and stole basically every scene he was in. Then, he led Rye Lane, one of the most charming British films of the last decade, a little romantic comedy that critics adored. And then, in a total gear shift, he went and delivered arguably the standout performance in Alien Romulus, playing an android, carrying huge stretches of a major studio horror film, and proving he can anchor a blockbuster. Drama, comedy, sci-fi, prestige TV, leading man charm, and serious range. That's the resume. That's who's inheriting the mantle, and here's why I think this choice is genuinely clever, beyond just being a talented actor. Marvel did not cast a megastar. They didn't parachute in an A-lister whose existing fame would sit on top of the character like a costume. They did what they did with Chadwick Boseman himself. Because remember, when Boseman was cast as T'Challa, he wasn't a global superstar either. He was a respected, rising actor, best known for playing real, historical figures. The role made him a legend, and he made the role legendary. It went both ways. Casting Jonsson follows that exact blueprint. Take a seriously gifted actor on the way up, and let the character and the performer grow into greatness together. Given what this role means, I don't think there was any other honest way to do it. The announcement itself was also handled with real care, and that's worth noticing. This wasn't a leak or a press release on a quiet Friday. Coogler stood on the Comic-Con stage, the most public, most fan-facing venue that exists in this industry, and made the announcement directly to the audience that cares the most. Reports from the hall describe the place erupting. That's not an accident. After everything this franchise and its fans have been through, this reveal needed to happen face to face, in a room, with the people who grieved Chadwick loudest. Marvel understood that, and the bigger Comic-Con picture tells you how much weight the studio is putting behind this. The Marvel panel was the story of the convention. It dominated the weekend's headlines, alongside Ryan Gosling's appearance for his own upcoming project. Of everything announced, Black Panther 3 walked away as the moment everyone was talking about. Now, the honest caveats. Because this channel doesn't do blind hype. We don't have a release date confirmed beyond the announcement itself. Plot details are locked down tight. There's been earlier reporting connecting some very big names to this project, but until Marvel confirms things on stage or on paper, treat every additional detail floating around online as rumor. This early in production, plans change, and the internet has already invented about 6 fake plot summaries. Ignore them. What we do know is this: Ryan Coogler is back directing, and that's the single most important fact in this whole story. He's the one who built this franchise's soul. He's the one who navigated the impossible situation of Wakanda Forever with more grace than anyone had a right to expect. If anyone has earned the trust to introduce a new T'Challa, it's him. And there's something quietly beautiful about the shape of it. The first Black Panther was about a son inheriting a throne from a father he lost. And now, the third film will be about a son inheriting a mantle from a father he lost. The story and the real world have folded into each other in a way nobody would ever have chosen. But that gives this next film a meaning most blockbusters could never touch. Chadwick Boseman can't be replaced, and the right people know better than to try. What they're doing instead is what Wakanda Forever promised: passing it on. David Jonsson has the hardest job in Hollywood right now, and based on everything he's shown so far, I genuinely think he might be exactly the right person for it. Subscribe for the biggest entertainment stories every week, broken down properly. And I want to know your honest first reaction in the comments. When you heard the casting, what did you feel? Excited, nervous, protective, all three at once? Talk to me. See you in the next one.